Hello, my celestial kings and queens. It's Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready for this weekend. I know I am. I hope you all have an extended weekend like I do. So, yeah, just to relax and be with good company and eat and drink and just have a good time. Yes. So this live is for the Cancer new moon that's happening next week, July 9th or 10th, depending on where you are. So just going to do just a few cards. I do have some cards here, not pre-shuffled. So I'm just going to do it, just on here and go from there. A few things. Make sure if you aren't checking out my daily spirit messages to please do so. They're on pretty much all the social media platforms that I'm on. If you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do that so you can continue to get more content from me as far as the daily spirit messages, live videos, things, sporadic things that might come up. You never know. So, and then you can also tell me if you all are wanting to learn more about a certain topic. I will be open to that as well. Okay. And I got my domain up and running. Remember last week I was having issues with that. So it's MS Botanica for MysticStormBotanica.com. Okay. So make sure you check it out. It's in my link tree. Okay. And I'm doing intention tea light candles, oils, and bath salts. And I do have one of my oils here, self-love, since it's Venus Day. So I'm going to anoint my hands with it. You don't need too much. A couple of drops will do. This should go a pretty long way. And boom. I'm going to put this here. For self-love, I got with the rose quartz. And this is grapeseed oil, so it's very light. But it gets the job done as far as moisturizing, okay? And it has the intention of self-love on there, so that's really good. So I'm going to clear the energy here, and then I'll just pull a few cards and to get a forecast on what's to come for the Cancer new moon. What do we need to bring into our awareness? What do we need to do? And go from there. So I'm going to cleanse the energy with my singing bowl. Yes. We're first going to start off with the Queen of the Moon Oracle to see what's like the main message that we need to get for the Cancer new moon. My baby Willow's right here. And I had to change positions so she can get more comfortable. If you don't know who Willow is, she is my new kitty. Well, she a grown kitty. Yes, she a grown kitty. I adopted her during Mercury retrograde, so her name is Willow Mercury. All right, Spirit. What messages, what guidance do you have for the collective in regards to the Cancer new moon? And this is the last quarter moon, which is crazy because the last quarter moon was yesterday. And it's gratitude. Gratitude. So this is saying, it's giving gratitude to your elders, your ancestors. Maybe you probably been neglecting your ancestor altar. So you might want to tend to your ancestors, talk to your ancestors, things like that. And also, this is giving me having gratitude for life, okay? Because we are constantly changing with this 23 for the card. We're constantly changing and evolving, and before we know it, time gets the best of us and we're gone. You know, we're gone. And we need to appreciate where we are right now. We need to love Mother Gaia and tend to our gardens, our internal gardens, our body, our temple, and also the earth. We need to preserve the earth for not just us, but for generations. Okay? Our seeds. Okay? So making sure that you keep that in mind. Also, I'm getting, for some reason, this lady in the back is giving me like a jealous vibe. So if you are jealous, if you have a sense of jealousy, that might be your shadow side that you might be needing to tend to, that you should have more, instead of being jealous, you should have more gratitude for what's around you. Tend to your own garden behind here instead of worrying about what's over there, pretty much. So yeah. And ooh, I can't ignore this, y'all. This one at the bottom of the deck, self-love. Self-love. And for Venus Day, and I got the self-love oil here. Well, that's a sign, so you can copy some self-love oil, or you can get the tea light or bath salt or the whole kit. Okay, so make sure you check it out. All right, so tap it into that self-love, that self-care this weekend and throughout the week for the Cancer new moon, because the Cancer is all about the home. The sign Cancer is all about the home, the mother, right? I said Mother Gaia. So tending to the home, tending to your family, tending to your childhood, you know, going down memory lane and clearing and purging out some of those deprogramming and limiting beliefs and things like that, going down that road. So yeah. All right, we're gonna get into the tarot next. This is the melanated tarot. Spirit, what do we need to know for this week ahead for the Cancer new moon? What should we bring into our awareness? Okay. That was King of Wands in reverse. Pull a couple more. Six of Pentacles. And one more. Okay. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Hey, Eli. How you doing? I'm trying to wave. It's not wanting to do it. Okay. But, all right, we got three cards here. We got King of Wands in reverse, Six of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. Okay, so what's going on here is we're just in our emotions. We're in our emotions. We might have that doubt creeping in, especially with this Nine of Swords here. You might be getting some nightmares. You might be getting some clues in your dreams. So try to decode your nightmares if that's what, or nightmares like dreams. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. But yeah, tending to your dreams is really beneficial. One thing that I've been wanting to do is set up my nightstand for a dream altar. So that might be something that you want to do, like cleanse that space so that way you can dedicate it to your dreams, because you probably are going to get a lot of messages. We're dealing with a water element, Cancer, right? So that's in the Cancer rules the moon card in tarot. So if we're having a Cancer new moon, you know it's about to be potent. You know it's about to be heavy. So make sure you're using that to your advantage, so that way you can not so much worry so much if this is the dream route, but decode and know what you need to do to go forth. Okay, there's a lack of energy, a lack of power here. You might feel drained during this week. You might feel motivated, a lack of motivation, a lack of passion. Okay. And it might be due to financial struggles. Okay. Or dealings of the material world. It could be, of course, money. It can be job. It could be health. So that's probably why you're very worried right now. But the main card, the first card out, was have gratitude. So in this moments of tension, we need to have gratitude for what we have, because we can be the person in the red giving to charity, or we can be the ones that are in need at any time. We can be in any part of the spectrum. So having gratitude for where you are, and if you are in a state where you are in need, knowing that things are available to you if you go out and do what you need to do to turn things around. Okay? That don't let this lack of passion, this lack of motivation get you in a sense where you're in lack and in need and looking for handouts. Not necessarily blessings, but handouts. Because if you had more motivation, you would be able to, start seeing stuff and planting and tending to your garden. You over here looking at everyone else, okay? That jealousy card, that comparison back here, not tending to all the fruits and all what you have working in the back. So make sure you're thinking about that this time. Tending to yourself, you can do that through the self-love that was here at the bottom of the deck. Okay? And I'm going to do the Lover's Oracle, because I really feel like it's been a little tension. We had Mercury retrograde. I think it was a conjunction. I haven't really been deep into the astrology charts lately, but I have been keeping my ear to the ground a little bit. So there have been some things in regards to relationships. So I wanted to pull the card. Okay. This one. And it says romance, Cupid arrow strikes. Okay. So hopefully this King of Wands is going to turn itself around during this week. So you might get a spark of passion. You might, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic relationships, even though it says romance, okay? It can be, the arrow could be striking your spark of creativity. The arrow could be striking your sense of worth, of self-worth, okay? So keep that in mind. And then you see how the flame is on the divine feminine. That's tapping into the more sensitive side, the more intuitive side, the more creative side. That's all with the divine feminine, okay? All right. And then we're having, for some reason, this card is pointing at me too. And it says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Keep that in mind. I'll read that again. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Okay? So that's really, really talking about, I'm just going to keep pulling. This is healing. This is healing. So being aware, this is the matters of the home, right? Especially people that are in relationships or in friendships, knowing that things that you don't like about somebody, that is your reflection, that is your shadow self that you also have to deal with, and you get triggered because you don't like that about yourself either. So make sure you keep that in mind. And this is a good time for healing, that watery element, okay? It says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So you may need to send energy healing surrounding your relationships. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but any relationship you may have that has any tension, make sure that you are sending love and you're sending light and you're sending peace and joy and happiness to it, okay? And being grateful for your relationship and not to worry too much about the outcome, okay? All right. And then we got the soul's lessons. Willow. Hey, sweet girl. She's just chilling. I just love her so much. She's such a pretty kitty. All right, Spirit. What additional messages do you have for us for the Cancer new moon? This is denial. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. This reminds me of the Sun card that came out for Monday of this week for the daily spirit messages, bringing awareness to what you want to manifest. And that's also bringing awareness to your fears, to your shadow self, right? Your lack of motivation, your lack of passion. You might be jealous of certain things, right? Or you might have anxiety, or you might be expecting to get handouts from stuff where you need to put in some work. Excuse me. So yeah, I think this week we're going to have our first eye illuminated to really get out of this cloudiness of denial, this uncertainty, or the limiting beliefs that make us feel like we are okay where we're at, and we don't need to progress forward, or we don't need to let some things go, let some people go, okay? So keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it. I have the wild offering, and that's pretty much it. I'm really excited for this new moon because I'm just going to indulge in self-care and self-love and womb wellness. Okay, if you are reading Sacred Woman by Queen of Shua, I would love to connect with you. Me and my girl Kaya have been reading it maybe for the past maybe month or so, and it has definitely made an impact on our lives. So if you're into that, I would recommend that book, or if you are reading it, let me know. I would love to connect in that way. Okay? All right, Spirit. What are the final messages for the collective? Relationship. Okay. Relationship. And then also, change is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, relationship change. But let's see what these cards say. It says for relationship, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear of letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. So that I needn't fear of letting go of control. You might be in denial that you have some control issues. That lady in the back, right? I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, okay? So making sure that you surrender, right? Surrender the clinginess. Surrender the tight grip that you have on a certain relationship. It can be within yourself. It can definitely, I'm definitely picking up romantic partnerships because it's dealing with the home and the mother and all that stuff. It can be relationships between parent and children, parent and children. You might, want, you fear for their safety, and you're controlling, like you're very controlling or very strict. You might need to release that, because in letting go and having gratitude for the times that you all share. Okay. And I'm going back to the Six of Pentacles, because I think a lot of us feel like it's either one way or the other. Like, we interchange, and this is equal give and take. Equal give and take. So making sure that you know you can't always receive, and know that you can't always give. You have to have a good balance. That's that yin and yang energy, right? That masculine and feminine energy. We all need comfort. We all need support. We all need love in some form of way. We all need to be taken care of and provided for, if this is talking about relationships. So making sure that you are working towards, having that equal give and take as much as possible. And that way, you're not going through like codependency, or if you're going through like a rough patch in your relationship, that the spark of passion isn't there. So how can you get that spark of passion back? Making sure that you are healing. Well, first tending to yourself with the self-love, of course, and you're sending healing energy towards your relationships. And know that your friends, your partner, your boss, like whatever relationship you are, it's a reflection of you. They are a reflection of you. So how can you then accept or show compassion for what's going on, instead of always lashing out, or always feeling like the victim, like in a state of lack, or always in a state of worry with the Nine of Swords? Let the spark come back. And how can you do that? Worrying about you. Worrying about you and yours. Worrying about you. Bringing in that self-love, right? And letting go. And trusting that all will be well. Okay? All will be well. If we keep believing that bad things are going to happen, they're going to happen. Period. So we need to change the narrative of our lives, and of this chapter of our lives particularly, because this is the climax I'm feeling of this. This is like in a movie. This is where it starts to turn. Things are turning around. So just keep going. Just keep going. Despite the challenges, knowing that it's every day is another day to continue to go down this path, and know that you have to go through trials and tribulations every day. And it all boils down to the choices that you make. So you have to make sure that you are in a state of groundedness, that you're in a state of awareness, so you can have a clear vision to work through all of the bullshit that goes on. day to day. Okay? Yes, you might slip up. Yes, it's okay. You learn, you grow, and keep it pushing. Okay? So the final card here is change. And it says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is the one next action. You can say to love. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. So don't worry about, the outcome. Just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to follow your path. And how can you do that? You can do that by following your dreams, where you resonate most with. And don't worry about, of course we see the vision. We see the vision in our mind's eye, but at the same time, we're not there yet. And we can't keep worrying about as if we are, even though this is a part of law of attraction, as if we're already there. We need to keep inching towards that. Because in a sense, we are already there. It's just not here physically. It's not in the realm of earth, not on this earthly plane. But our spirit is infinite. And know that you are in multiple parallel universes, and you can tap into any of those alternate realities and choose the best life for you. Tap into that best life. How can you do that? Continue to worry about you. Okay? Continue to do what's best for you. Continue to make those efforts to go forward and to be great. Okay? It's not a race. It's not a race. Even though it feels like it, because we talked about how this can be in a blink of an eye. With the hands, you can see as a child to an adult. And that's where we have to, if we worry about that too much, we're gonna miss life. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to be locked up in fear like this. We're not here to be constantly in anxiety. We're not here to have scratches and scars throughout our mind. This is saying get more headspace. Do some meditations. Go to a body of water. Take a spiritual bath. Get in your spiritual bag. Cleanse your energy. Listen to sound healing. Do what you need to do in order for you to raise your frequency to be better. Okay? To be great out here. Because all we're doing is learning lessons upon lessons upon lessons to get us to the top, to learn. That's all what wisdom is. Wisdom is something that you have to learn it. You have to go through things in order for you to see it differently, to change the perspective, to be stronger. Okay? What if we didn't learn any lessons? You know how more chaotic the world would be? You already know what you need to do. Don't let your fear or your anxieties hold you back. Put yourself into the frequency of love and watch how you blossom and watch how you soar. Okay? So this is a part of changing your life and clearing the path, okay, to the life that you deserve. Because, and it's all a learning process. It's all growing pains. It's okay. It is okay. Just know you're not stuck where you are. You're not stuck. make sure that you get out of whatever rut you are in. If you feel like you have a lack of motivation, you probably need to cleanse that with the water element in order to prep the fire that's inside of you. Okay? Because if it's mucky and dirty and all that stuff, the flame won't go anywhere. But if it's a clean slate, that flame's going to be clear and vibrant and move quick. So make sure you clear your energy. Make sure that you clean your home, especially because it's Cancer season. Make sure you cleanse your home with sage, Palo Santo, a mist, a floor wash, incense, okay? And make sure you open up those windows, okay? But just doing all these things to get you into alignment to soar. That's what it's about. Tending to your own garden, tapping into this self-love. I got my big rose quartz. I just been gripping it because, especially for this Venus day, just tap into your love, tap into your heart. Open up your heart, open up your creativity, open up your trust, and let go. And watch how life will be more simpler. So I hope you all enjoyed, I feel like straight channeling, for a good 10 minutes there. But, that's where, that's the goal for me, just to come up here and just like spit all this knowledge, all this stuff. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this forecast for the Cancer new moon. It's pretty laid back, but I feel like this is the vibe for this season, for Cancer season. We're going through a healing process. We need this energy to wash away to prepare us for the rest of the year, which we're then going into the more feminine side of the year, whereas it's the more darker side. And we're going to prepare to tend to our shadows. So we need to make sure that we've already cleansed and prepared ourselves for that. And that's, I swear, like all year, I was just like, I have to prepare myself for winter. That's what the harvest is, preparing yourself for winter, because it's lessons you have to learn during that time. It's going to expose you. Okay? So take this time, clear it out, do your healing, do your purging, so you don't have to add that on to what's to come, for the later months. So just keep that in mind. All right, y'all. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.